There comes a moment in a man's life, not in the heat of battle, nor in the applause of a crowd, but in the silence that follows, when he realizes that peace is not a prize to be won. It is a fortress to be built. Brick by painful brick, choice by deliberate choice, and if you do not build it, if you not master the chaos, the world will do it for you. It will break you and shape you and hand you a mask to wear, and you will forget the face you were born with. You and I, we know the taste of it, that corrosive anger, that heat that blooms behind the ribs, a sudden sickening warmth, the tremor in your hands that you try to hide by closing them into a fist, and then the silence. That heavy, suffocating silence after a conversation has gone irrevocably wrong. A silence filled with of the words you wish you had said, and poison of the words you did. You swear to yourself. Next time I will let know, but next time feels precisely like the last. A different face, a different eye, a different transfer, but the same story, the same mechanics of failure, the same old, tired reaction. And that is the confession no one wants to make in the unflinching, lynching light of day. We do not get angry because the world is unfair. We get angry because we have not yet mastered the world within us. Today, I want to show you something different. Not a platitude, not a hollow comfort, but 5 habits. Ancient, simple, brutally honest, that can make you almost untouchable, not because life becomes easier. It will not. But because you will become stronger. Let us begin, not with a lecture, but with a confession. The most difficult war you will ever fight is the one no one else can see. It is fought in the 2 inches between your ears. The enemy is a voice that knows all of your weaknesses. It knows the exact tone, the precise memory, the specific fear that will ignite the spark. And for years, you have been losing. You have lost your peace over a careless comment from a colleague. You have lost a night's sleep replaying an argument with someone who has already forgotten your name. You have allowed the rudeness of a stranger in traffic to dictate the mood of your entire day. You have stood in front of the mirror, the morning after the fire, and seen not a man in control, but a puppet. A puppet whose strings are pulled by the opinions of others, by the chaos of the world, by the ghosts of your own past. You have mistaken the performance of strength, the loud voice, the slammed door, the cutting remark for the real thing. But real strength, true strength, makes no sound. It is not a performance. It is a presence. This script, this journey we are on together, is an act of rebellion. It is a rebellion against the tyranny of your own impulses. A refusal to be a pawn in a game you did not choose. We are not here to learn how to manage anger. We are here to dismantle the very machine that creates it. To do that, we must first understand the nature of our prison. The ancient philosopher Plato told a story. Imagine men living in a great, subterranean cavern. Since childhood, they have been chained, their legs and necks held fast, so they can only stare at the wall in front of them. Behind them are the guards, and between the fire and the prisoners, there is a raised path, where people walk, carrying statues and models of animals and other objects. The fire casts the shadows of these objects onto the wall. For the prisoners, these shadows are not representations. They are reality itself, the only reality they have ever known. This cave is your mind, and your anger, your frustration, your anxiety, these are the shadows on the wall. You think you are angry at your boss. You are not. You are angry at the shadow he casts, the shadow of disrespect, of being undervalued. You think you are angry at your partner. You are not. You are angry at the shadow of abandonment,
of being unheard, of a future you fear. The event itself is known. It is a neutral object. Power is given to it by the fire of your interpretation. To become free is to do something the other prisoners cannot. It is to begin the terrifying process of turning your head, to question the shadow, to ask, is this real, or is it a distortion? This is the first, most vital step. The realization that you are not a victim of the world. You are a prisoner of your own theater. And if you are the prisoner, then you must also be the guard. You hold the key. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche looked at the world and saw two fundamental impulses, that of the master and that of the slave. The master creates his own values. His morality is active. It flows outwards from a wellspring of inner power. The slave, however, cannot create. He can only react. His morality is born of resentment. He sees the master's strength, calls it evil. He sees his own weakness and calls it goodness. Now, look at your own anger. Look at the anger of our age. Is it not the very definition of this slave morality? Every time you are outraged by another's success, every time you see an opinion you disagree with, you are making a confession. You are admitting, my peace is not my own. It is a fragile thing you hold in your hands. Please be careful with it. You are handing the keys of your own emotional kingdom to the very people you despise. This modern cult of outrage is not a sign of moral superiority. It is the rattling of chains. When you feel that spark of outrage, you must see it for what it is, a tempting invitation to return to the chains. Do not accept it. True power is not the ability to shout down your enemies. It is the ability to decide that they are not worth shouting at. It is the quiet, internal turning away, an act of supreme and silent dismissal. We construct elaborate mythologies of fairness. We build religions and legal systems around the idea that if we are good, goodness will be returned to us. This is a beautiful and profoundly dangerous lie. The universe operates on a cold, indifferent arithmetic. It does not know your name. It does not track your sacrifices. You are owed nothing, not respect, not loyalty, not fairness. The Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, understood this better than anyone. He called it the dichotomy of control. There are things you can, things you cannot. Your judgments, your impulses, your reactions, these are yours. The weather, the opinions of others, betrayal, these are not. All human misery is born from a single error. Trying to control what we cannot, while neglecting to control what we can. You get angry because you believe the world has broken a contract with you. A contract that it never signed. The moment you accept the world's profound indifference is the moment you can finally begin your work. You stop wasting energy demanding that the universe conform to your ideals. You turn that energy inward to the one and only domain where you are sovereign, the domain of your own mind. Let the world be the world. Let people be people. Your task is not to command the storm. Your task is to build a ship that is worthy of the sea. Most people believe that anger is an explosion, but they are wrong. Anger is a choice made in a fraction of a second. It is a decision to surrender. The spark is lit, and in that instant between the spire, there exists a space, a sacred, silent space. In that space lies your entire power. The pause is your weapon. It is the moment you reclaim your authority. It is the conscious decision to not be an animal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not side events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The pause is the physical manifestation of this realization. The world tells you that strength is loud, that it is the quitort. This is a lie designed to keep you weak. The man who cannot pause is a puppet. The next time you've the heat, try this. Do nothing. Say nothing. Simply, for 1 second, observe. Observe the tension. In that 1 second of observation, you separate yourself from the emotion. You are no longer the anger. You are the one who is watching the anger. And the watch is free. 1 breath, 1 quiet, defiant second of stillness. That is the beginning of wisdom. Real strength is not loud. Real strength is silent. When you understand yourself, no one can use you against you. When you control your mind, you control the world you experience. When you let go of what doesn't matter, you become unstoppable. There's a version of you can feel it, can't you, who no longer reacts to everything, who no longer gets pulled into pointless arguments, who no longer loses sleep over people who don't even think about you. That version of you is not far away. It's one choice at a time, one habit at a time, one day at a time. Remember, you're not here to win every argument. You're here to win yourself. Let the anger pass. Let people be who they are. Choose the quiet road, the one that protects your peace.